Hi, I'm Jerry James Stone, and I'm really excited about today's recipe. I'm gonna show you how to make these delicious sheep hand chilaquiles nachos. They're amazing. I think you're gonna like them. Let's get to it. Okay, so this is a bit of a long recipe because we're gonna make the beans, we're gonna make our nacho cheese, and then we're gonna make the nachos. You can, of course, use your own beans. You can use any sort of store-bought nacho cheese if you want, but these pinto beans are amazing. I think you're really gonna like them, and there's just nothing that beats a homemade cheese sauce. So the first thing up is we're gonna make our crock pot pinto beans. So you're gonna need some time in preparation for this dish. So the crock pot pinto beans, they actually take about 8 hours to cook. So just keep that in mind. Here's how you make them. So to start out, you wanna make sure that your beans are in good condition. So take the pinto beans and kind of just sift through them, looking for any ones that are, marred or hard or just, something you don't want to eat. So remove all of the bad pinto beans. Then take the remaining ones and thoroughly rinse them. Once they're rinsed, we're gonna start just adding all of our ingredients to the crock pot. Add in the beans, add in the mirepoix, add in your sea salt, add in the minced garlic, some bay leaves, add in some ground cumin, some oregano, and some cayenne pepper. Now you're gonna add 7 cups of water and 4 cups of vegetable broth, or whatever broth you prefer. I'm vegetarian, so veggie broth for me. Go ahead and turn on the crock pot to medium high, and you're gonna let this cook for about 8 hours. Once it's done cooking, the beans should be really, really nice and tender. There's gonna be a lot of liquid left over from this recipe to thoroughly cook them. So instead of having to pre-cook the beans, you're just doing it all in the crock pot. Go ahead and store the beans in an airtight container if you're not going to eat them immediately. They'll last in the fridge for about up to 5 days, but if you want to freeze them, you can actually keep the beans around for about 6 months. And that's how you make those crock pot pinto beans, right? So, super easy to make them the night before. You don't have to think about it. They can actually just cook while you're sleeping. And then boom, the next morning, you can start getting everything ready and make the cheese sauce and then eventually the nachos. Okay, so here's how you make a really easy, simple cheese sauce, a nacho cheese sauce. In a medium saute pan, you wanna take your butter, let that melt over a medium heat, and then sift in the flour. We're just gonna create a roux. This is what you're gonna use to kind of thicken the sauce. Now go ahead and add in the milk and bring the temperature up to medium high and whisk together the ingredients so you completely combine the butter and the flour and the milk. And you're gonna bring that to a low simmer, just a low simmer, be really careful, don't overcook it, and cook it for just a few minutes. You want to do this because if you don't, it's gonna taste kind of doughy, so you're just kind of cooking the flour in that milk. So once the sauce is thickened, you wanna remove it from the heat. This is really important. So when you're adding in the cheese, if there's too much heat, the cheese can actually break the sauce if it gets too hot. So just add in a little bit of cheese at a time and let the heat from the milk mixture melt that cheese, mix it all together, and then add in more. And just kind of do that until all of the cheese is incorporated. But it's really, really important to not do this over heat or the sauce will break. Okay, so now your nacho cheese sauce is good to go. So here's the thing, with the nacho cheese sauce, you're not gonna need all of the sauce that you made. You're probably gonna need about 2/3 of it. So the remaining sauce you can put in the fridge. It'll last up to about 4 or 5 days, or you can put it in the freezer and it'll last up to 6 months. But if you put it in the freezer, the texture will change, just so you know. But it'll last 6 months, so you can use it for next time you want nachos. Speaking of, let's get to our chilaquile nachos. Okay, so preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and then go ahead and take your tortilla chips and add them to a large mixing bowl. You're gonna add the enchilada sauce and you wanna toss the tortilla chips just so they're lightly coated. I would just add it a little bit at a time. You don't want to get the chips to be soggy. You just wanna give them a little bit of that sauce, a little bit of a coating. Then spread the chips out onto a baking sheet. In layers, you're gonna put down chips, the beans, the pinto beans that we made, and then shredded cheddar cheese. And just keep doing that, layers of chips, beans, cheese, until all the chips are on the baking sheet. Go ahead and place the sheet pan into the oven, and you're gonna bake it for about 5 to 10 minutes. You just really want that cheddar cheese to fully melt, and also that heat's gonna bake on the enchilada sauce and prevent the chips from getting soggy. Once the cheese is all melted, pull it out of the oven. Go ahead and take that nacho cheese sauce that you made and just dump it all over those chips. and pour it all over there. You might use the whole 3 cups from the previous recipe, but I don't think you're gonna need that much. Just add that nacho cheese on. Now we're just gonna go ahead and add on those toppings. Some chopped onion, some chopped cilantro, some sour cream, and then some fresh avocado slices. Now you pretty much want to eat nachos immediately. This will not store well in the fridge or in the freezer, so just go ahead and motorboat those nachos, because these chilaquile nachos are amazing. I think you're really gonna love this recipe, so please give it a try and please let me know. Drop a comment down below and let me know what you think, or if there's something that you want to see. If you like to cook like I do, I release new videos every single week, so please subscribe. And hey, if you like this one, give me a thumbs up. See you guys next time. What? Come here, you. Come here, you. This one has been meowing at me all day long today. All day long. Give you a raspberry.